because looking at the past government, even as at 2024 December.
Do you do realize that yesterday, before the budget was read, a portion of the parliamentary candidates walked out of parliament?
Yes.
And you think everyone is happy?
Yes, I think most of the citizens are happy.
Okay.
In reality, not everything you do everyone would like.
Okay.
Yes, so people will like and others, but I think majority of us like it. But I think majority of us like what is going on. Okay. I think majority of us like it because I believe in life, whatever you do, you get people who will be against it. Yes, so since majority of us are happy about what is happening, I think it's okay. We should continue the good work as it goes.
Okay. And speaking of the good works, as a youth yourself, what are some of the initiatives that so far the president has put into place? Or I should say your government, because you're an NDC member. So your government has put in place that you think is beneficial to the country and especially to the youth.
Okay, thank you very much. There are very many. For example, the Ejumera program, the 1 million coders, and also the National Apprenticeship program. Yes, to train the youth. Yes. Okay, and also the free tertiary entry for level 100s.
Okay.
Yes, I think all these policies is really helping the youths of Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there any other thing you would wish the president has also considered in terms of his implementations or his policies for the country?
Okay. For now, I don't really know, yes, but going forward, yes.
Probably something might come up.
Yes, please, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So, Ewutu Senior constituency, right?
Yes, please.
And Nakote.
Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno.
Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno.
Yes.
Your MP.
Yes.
Okay. So, how are things in your constituency now?
Okay. Oh, things are going well. And she's a very brave woman. For her to contest Honorable Hawa Kumsin tells it all. She's a very, very brave woman and very, very active, and she's doing well. She's doing very well.
Okay. Well, getting into the main conversations about yourself.
Okay.
Would you aspiring to hold a position in your school? What brought about that aspiration?
Okay, thank you very much. The inspiration comes from Honorable Malik Basintali. I just love the way he's active in politics and he's driving the youth into politics.
Wow.
Yes, I really like his energy. Yes.
Great.
I'm taking the inspiration from him. Yes.
Do you have any close contacts with him, or you just admire him from afar?
Yes, I just admire him
from afar.
Yes,
wow.
please.
You like his charisma.
Yes.
But you've also heard people say that he's behind the ignition of violence and all that, especially that which happened at what do you call it, W. Kumanov and all that.
Yes.
People are tagging him to be.
Yes, he's just against violence. He's just against violence.
He's against violence.
Yes.
But people are rather saying he was the one who,
that's what they will say, because that's what they think it is, but that's not how it is. He's just against violence. Yes.
No, he's your party folks. So I
yes.
know you defend him. So the elections, how did it go with you? The entire process, how the campaigning went, and
okay, thank you very much. For the election, it was very difficult, a very tough one for me. In the beginning, people were talking, do this, but in all, I came through successfully. And in the beginning, we wrote an aptitude test. You know that for you to hold a position, you'd have to be vetted, and you write an aptitude test.
Okay.
Yes. So in all, I qualified. Wow. Yes. I contested with someone, and the aptitude, the vetting, I came out successfully. I won, and also the election too, I also won. So I'm very grateful.
Okay. So what as a deputy communications officer 14 ATU, what is it that the school or the organization you are leading should be expecting from you? What are you bringing to the table?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We all know that communication is something you don't just talk. You have to do the work well, so that they will know that you are talking based on fact. You don't just talk. Okay, so for my policies, let's say I'm going to make sure that we have a main platform for our, when it's meeting and any activity, we post it. But I've realized most people have archived the page because of the messages that has been coming. So I would like to reach out to other members. I'll work with my main communication. To when we have meeting, I'll make sure that I reach out to members days before and make them aware that we have program and we have meeting or any program these days, so that they'll be aware, so that there wouldn't be any back and forth anything. Yes. And also I'm going to make sure that there is very effective communication and a feedback mechanism. How did the meeting go? When you come for the meeting and you leave, how was the meeting? What are your thoughts? What do you think we should do to help? Okay, so that's the feedback mechanism I would receive from my people. So that will help me do the work very well.
Do you think the NDC party as a whole has been gracious, has been interactive, has been relative to the teen community, the school body?
Yes, please. They have. Yes, they are doing very, very well. Whenever we have programs and we invite them, they don't deny it. They come in their numbers to support us. They are really doing it, and they are helping us a lot.
Last week there was a general meeting for teen on the UG campus. Were you part of it?
Oh, nah. We went to Parliament, so we couldn't attend to that side. Yes, there was a sitting in the gallery, so we joined them there, so I couldn't partake.
All right. Okay, thank you there, Rashid. Kubura, you prefer Kubura. That, right? Okay, yes. So Kubura, thank you there.
You're welcome.
You do you know the gentleman on your right hand?
Yeah. I've seen his. I don't know him, but I've seen his flyer.
He's a wanted man.
I haven't met him before.
His flyer saying he's a wanted man. Nice. Well, we do have Prince Kuma in the studios. Prince is the NDC's. He's been upgraded, so we need to congratulate him. Now he's a national communications team member for the National Democratic Congress. At such a young age, for him to be elevated to such position should tell you his charisma, his dedication, and his poise to actually contribute to the party's growth and progress. And so, Prince, we officially congratulate you on GhanaTalks Radio this morning, becoming part of the main frame, the main body of the communications team for NDC.
It's a pleasure. It's a great privilege that I will welcome in all humility. I think that we need to also comment or be grateful to the people that supported us, be it in the form of advice or giving us opportunities, which you are part of. You know, so thank you so much as well for always trying to make sure that it's taking our best interests. That's the most paramount thing. So I'm happy that something like this has happened.
Okay. And moving on. Yesterday there was a budget reading and all that. we are going to dig into that, and you take us through a few things. Let's just see. I didn't have the privilege to listen to the budget reading. I haven't read anything, so I want you to take me through. It's quite unfortunate that the NPP that walked out on the finance minister.
Yes, that's what they are saying, though. But I don't know whether.
Oh yes, but it happened.
Yes,
they weren't.
They boycotted the sitting. Yeah.
So I think if we are fortunate to have Yao join us in the studio, he's facing some challenges. But if he's fortunate, he will let us understand why that had to happen. But until then, hey, today you are looking very dapper, very sharp.
Thank you so much, Senior. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. But last week, I mean, your folks, I mean, as a leading member, you held a general meeting on your campus. What was it about, and how did it go?
All right, so I'm the 10 UG communication officer as well. So we had our general meeting. That was last week, Friday, and the team was Youth Empower Nation in Progress. We believe that if the youth are the center of administration, we can also drive the needed development that we want. And being thankful to President Mahama, for the fact that he has appointed most of our youth or the youth in the party, the likes of Sami Janvi, leading, Gold Board, right? Erika J, NEIP, you talk about Malik Basintale, YEA, talk about, Usman Yarega, many of them, right? And we believe that there's a need for us to bring our attention to the youth, and then also making sure that they are giving the needed support right from the university, right? More to that, so I want to appeal to government that our team coordinated need to be sorted, right? Most of them have not been appointed. For me, I think they are putting in a lot of work. So it's only fair for them to also be given some form of appointment, which I believe the president will do. That's why I'm appealing to him to do that. Our national team coordinator, regional team coordinator, and deputies. I believe that should be sorted, right? So that it can motivate others. Managing tertiary students is not an easy thing. The problem that it comes with election, it's not an easy thing. I believe that they put in some effort, and considering the fact that we won in all the major public tertiary institutions in Ghana, means that they did something great. They did something strategic. They put in a lot of thinking into whatever result that we had. So for me, it's only appropriate that such, reward should be given them, if only and in the wisdom of the president, which I believe he will do exactly so.
All right. I think some 2 weeks ago, the Ablekuma North rerun happened, and since then I haven't really had you in the studios to have a conversation about it. So let me take your thought on that. The Ablekuma rerun, you've heard all the aftermath of it. Even before then, the NPP, the main opposition to that seat, contested that they weren't going to be part of it because of the proceedings which is leading to the rerun. Let's take it back a notch. The EC back then said that after the elections in 2024, they couldn't collate all the centers or the polling stations. So because of 1 or 2 misunderstandings, and what they needed to continue was a police security. So the police also came out to say whenever the EC is ready, they are ready. Some people suggested that Moki, if all these things are attributed to this particular seat, let's just have a rerun. EC says no. In Parliament, Bosman Esari, when they declared no, they are not going to have a rerun, all they need is security. They are left with an outstanding 3 polling stations just to collate and then declare, right?
Yes.
Okay. 3 days after he left Parliament, then we receive a statement from EC that we are going to have a rerun, and this rerun is going to contain 19 polling stations. Now, from these 19 polling stations, there are 3 polling stations that Bosman mentioned they were left with. One of them wasn't even part of the 19. Secondly, there was the question that if EC wants to have a rerun, who decides? Is it the court or the EC? So all these things came to power, into dialogue. NPP says, you know what, we are not going to partake in this election. Their general secretary came out to say, yeah, nah, we are not going to partake. Right afterwards, then we saw the candidate herself come out to say that I'm going to partake in that. Fast forward, elections are held. NDC won, but there were things that led to winning the seat. NPP is contesting that NDC brought some vigilantes to the grounds to intimidate people who would have come out to vote in favor of possibly the NPP, and then they couldn't come. And that is what's granted you that win on that seat. Looking at all these things, I mean, what do you have to say about it?
So right from the EC, I think that as NDC party, political party, our position on the EC has not changed. That they are incompetent and there must be a reset. It hasn't changed, regardless of the outcome of the election results. More to that, when it comes to, the violence, I will not on any day support electoral violence. And as a party, I don't believe we support that. Not like I don't believe. I know in certain terms that we don't support any form of violence. And part of why I believe that top government officials has come out to condemn that, right? So for me, we are not here to condone any form of violence, whether it was meted onto MPP or NDC. What I know of is that something happened and it must be condemned. That's it. It's simple as that. As to whether they were NDC or MPP, no one can establish that. You cannot compare Ayawaso West Wogon and Ablekumanov. Because Ayawaso West Wogon, we had security officials who use state vehicle, police vehicle, and the regional police command is telling them they are not aware of where they got the car from. That's the country we live in under MPP. MPP party now always is AGU, directionless party. Look, a party general secretary communicates official stand of a party, right? When it comes to the party structure, general secretary is actually very powerful. Very powerful. Yeah. Communicate official stand of a party that we are not going into this rerun. Then a PC running on the ticket of the same political party. Also, I'm going for the election. The same MPP, I always say the hypocrisy in NPP is unmatched. National executives who are also part of NEC went there to campaign. So I was wondering, so we had two MPP. We had Justin Frimpong, who are MPP, and one MPP of Dennis Miracle Abuaje, and Moses Abo, who was actually, I don't know whether he was beaten, I don't know. I've seen videos, right? So clearly,
you've seen videos.
Yes, that he was beaten. I can't attest to that much because of AI, but maybe he was beaten, which I apologize for that.
Prince.
But what I'm saying is that, as we speak, if I should ask you that whether MPP they partake in the election or not, what answer will you give me? Because as we speak, the official stand of the party before the election wasn't valid. Or did you see any letter to that effect that, we have reconsidered our decision to take part in the election? Did you see that?
No.
But yet, you had national executive of the same party going there to campaign, members of parliament, to the point that one female MP. Hey, we need to actually be serious in this country. People that we send to parliament, that somebody with 2/3 will do this and that. One is even saying we have 190. The number that we even mentioned are not accurate. And I was wondering, these are honorable members of parliament, right? So for me, I don't even know whether today, how many MPP we have in Ghana. Whether we have, the PC's MPP, Justin Frimpong, their MPP, Miracle Abuaje's MPP. Because I should ask you right now, that which MPP took part in the election? What will you tell me? Because to speak, the official position of the party is that we are not taking part in this election. How come that we had people who have openly made their intention known to us, they are contesting to become the leaders? In fact, presidential, aspirants or candidates for the party in the next election, going there to support a party. You see, so for me, I don't want to discuss MPP. I don't even know whether it's just some community group that's coming up. Because for me, for a secretary to communicate the decision, then you go contrary to that. As you speak, nothing has happened. So when it comes to discipline, MPP come no close, right? They don't have any form of discipline. When it comes to violence, when you are organizing your own delegate conference, you are beating each other. So it could be that even MPP brought their own men, they were beating themselves. So don't come and tell me that's NDC people. Because when you're organizing your delegate conference, did you see NDC members there? Was NDC part of it? As part of convention, right? You have NDC members coming to speak. That's normal. When we are organizing our conference, we do invite other political parties to come and speak. Aside that, it was MPP delegate conference. Is that not the case? So the target who were beating were they NDC. So clearly, I can infer that the people who were beaten, who for whatever reason engaged in that form of violence, were MPP. Because when you were doing your own delegate conference, you were beating each other. That even NSC commit that you were crying recently, you couldn't. You see, this is not politics. To be very honest, for you to do a delegate conference, somebody just passed away. You were in parliament crying, playing emotional bargaining tactics, but you couldn't even use 1 minute of your time. Meanwhile, you gave Bawumia over 15 minutes to come and speak all manner of things, throwing just like in Japan that you don't have to be rich to lead a party and all that. You couldn't even use 1 minute to honor him. But these same people are saying, yeah, we the NDC don't respect the death of NSC Yakumi. That's not true. So for me, we are going to probe it. But the point is that Dr. Bawumia should not come and speak about violence. Because as the chairman of the police council, he was in charge of internal security in this country. Okay. When Belamundi asked him a question about the killings in Tachima, he swerved the question. He couldn't even answer. He didn't even know where the report is. We all read the reports. People that should have been sent to court. Nothing happened. But today you are marching to president to petition. That's fine. We believe in democracy. The petition will receive it and will act accordingly. Okay. But crime, they say, has no expiring date. So whatever thing that happened, I also welcome. I'm not saying it's a justification why something like that should repeat itself. Okay. But as a country, if we really want to develop, if something happened yesterday, we must all come together and fight it. Okay. Those people, some of them are still alive. So why have we left them to go scot-free? And today we are demanding justice for who? How Kumsin, flying python, or pepper spray. Somebody is holding weapon, pepper spray, weapon, and are telling me that somebody who was not taking it should be arrested. Why should you go to a police station with a pepper spray? For protection? Why should you think that somebody will attack you? You go there with malice, evil intent, knowing very well that because of you, some people have died. So please, I'm not saying that the past act of a man should be a reasonable basis of why they should be, assaulted. Okay. But I'm only saying that the mere fact that you went there knowing where we will be attacked, clearly means that you even instigated it. It could be settings. Young bomb and emotional appeal. Who knows? I'm only saying it could be settings. Okay. So we crowd for one and I will say, okay, young bomb and now top form, not back on fly. Who knows?
Okay. But Prince, looking at Ablekumanov, that seat has been a stronghold for the NPP for years, and then you take it away from them. What do you think went right for your party this time around to win that seat there?
All right, so let me comment around Albany. It's somebody I know personally, so I wasn't surprised that she won the election. I recall very last year when we were on campus doing 1 or 2 campaigns. She was passing by, she has to stop, come to us, talk to us. At that time, I think she was a PC then. Yeah. Right? Election wasn't even close. But I realized she's somebody who's very passionate about politics. So I wasn't surprised. More to that, to Ghanaians were actually not happy. In fact, the MP, the grand, then I know your mom. Look at an MP, you're contesting. In fact, I have to start from the MPP. Look, this emotional politics, we need to stop. We have grown. We are mature psychologically enough that when it comes to development, it's not a matter of Ukunawu and Ukunawu. It's inconsequential to development. So you can't go out there, tell the people what you've done. 8 years in parliament for them. You are telling them that no, it's very disheartening that you lose your husband. I will not come and sit and be happy about it. Yeah. That is something that I will not even wish for my enemy. But I'm only saying that we cannot be running campaign based on something that has happened to us. If all of us should go and contest on the basis that we have lost our mothers, then Ghanaians will have 3 MPs in every constituency or 10 MPs. So clearly, the NPP candidate had no reason why she even think they should vote for her. But when it comes to Irabana, she was promising them what she would do, especially when her party is in power. We are going to implement policies that will bring development. And I want to commend national executives to the NPP NDC national executive. I think across the whole country, it's not only Ablekuma. Okay. No, there are so many constituencies that you have won. I told you what we are doing in Bono region. From 1 now doing around 12, 11 to 1. Can you tell me that the NDC national executives, executive across the whole country, not only national executive, regional constituency branch, they all did something, extremely good that, caused us to chalk all these successes. For me, I think NDC is the attractive brand right now, and everybody wants to associate with that brand. So if you want to contest in the near future, just know that maybe you want to pay school fees, or you just want to donate maybe food to the poor people around your community. But to win, on MPP tickets. MPP that we don't even know whether today as we speak, they took part in the election or not, we don't even know. Anytime they lose an election, I'm confirmed Betuaba. I don't know where that is coming from. But we don't Betuaba. Hey, Miracle Abu, I didn't even crawl for. Hey, Mo Yebi. These are people that don't appreciate data. You have taken time to, read what Global Info Analysis puts out. Yeah. You realize we're surely going to win. And whatever thing that Musa Damka puts out there, reflect on the grounds. But you people will not study data. You come and mock it and go and lose. And later come and tell us that they were intimidating people not to come and vote.
But is it not true? We all saw the videos. Some
intimidated who, please?
Macho men there. If you see these people, with past happenings, let's just take Techiman or.
How many police stations do we record violence, please? How many? They're talking about 2 or 3, I think. Right? Intimidation are talking about. You went there with tax. Some tax, I don't know where they came from. You see, this is whether they were NDC or MPP. The politicians are very smart too. They can bring them themselves to come and beat they themselves. Yes. And I'll just set an example that MPP, if we think it's NDC people, how come that you the same MPP? You had police, protection for the delegate conference. They brought tax. Didn't you see them? What's the definition of a tax in this country? People who are well built. It's not the case. So how can they brought tax to the delegate conference? That way beating Kennedy Japan and his people. Didn't you see it?
Who beat Kennedy Japan?
And his people. Not he as a person, but his people when they try entering. Didn't you see them fighting over food? Common food. Tax are fighting. Tax were fighting over food.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that.
I was on grounds.
You were on grounds. Of course, the grounds were just small ground. You were just at a small portion of the ground. I'm only saying that, is it true or not that people fought over there? Tax were beating people there. So even as a party, within the same party, you were fighting among yourself using tax. So why do you want me to believe that the people that went there to cause the violence were not MPP tax, but rather NDC tax? Whether they were MPP tax or NDC tax, the bottom line is that justice must be served. That's it. But then, if something happened yesterday, we shouldn't all of a sudden hypocritically run away from it. And Sound George, Ebonasumo was what the horse slap, MP or the horse slap, one will be that. And today, these people are just walking around freely. Haven't seen some of their members in the US, Delta Force, what they use them for in this country. This is not me saying it. Sending videos to them that use her for this, killing, beating people, all manner of assault. And today, MPP is talking about president commenting on an issue. How that president commented on that issue has to do with how I come say on your fibroid because of the hate, I don't know. Oh, that's of that issue. When people die in Tachiman, how long did he take the president? Did he even comment on it? When Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was asked, Dr. Bawumia wasn't even in this country because I'm surprised. When he was asked, he said, I'm not sure. He didn't even know. He doesn't even know. He as a advisor didn't even comment on it. 8 people died. They were not beaten. They died. The president, somebody died in the US, George Floyd. President Mike for his state's money. Use our state's money to organize a funeral for somebody who died outside the country. We don't know the person. Oh, please, if I'm not telling, I'm lying. Meanwhile, 8 people died. Come on a tweet. Or even saying that we condemn this act. Or this is what I'm going to do. Tell me the 8 people that died in Techiman. We don't know human beings. They have family members.
Sure. But
today, how I come say, who is fit? Who now want to go for MPP women organizer? Although I've seen some women to saying that you pay tax. Clearly, telling you that Omukwan is say how I come say attack. MPP for account. I'm not the one saying it. I'm mostly Opobia or intellectual acumen. Not somebody who's a rascal. Scallywag. No. They want somebody who have intellectual acumen.
Who is that person?
Oh, I wanted to find a video for you. She's contesting for MPP women organizer.
No, the person you are describing as a rascal.
No, that's what the woman was saying, that we don't want someone who's a tag.
Oh, okay.
Yes, clearly, common sense should tell you that the only person, female MPP, who can be described as such, I don't want to mention the name, but you can tell for your own self.
No, I can't tell.
Yes, that's your own business. So what I'm saying is that we, the NDC, didn't send any tag anywhere. You have contrary evidence, you can bring that. These people will be dealt with independently.
Okay. But
they should also know that Dr. Bawumia is saying that crime has no expiring date. So when he comes, in his dream, in that his dream, as to whether he even win for the presidential primaries, that's also another thing to talk about. But I'm saying in his dream, when he comes somewhere after 95 years, he come and prosecute some people. Meanwhile, the same person couldn't even comment on 8 people that lost their lives.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's such an extensive introduction by Prince. I've never seen such an introduction before. Hey. But Kubura, what would you add to all these things that happened at W. Kumanov and all that, what do you think went right for the NDC to win that seat there?
Okay, thank you very much. I think everything that's happened, it is not right. It's right in some way, and in some ways it isn't right, because in the first place, Honorable Howard Komsin shouldn't come to a polling station with a weapon. What intention do you have? What mindset?
Okay.
Yes. So, upon everything, I think it isn't the best, but justice must be prevailed.
Okay.
Yes, justice must be prevailed, because we don't know if it's coming from the NDC side or the MPP side. But all what we need is justice.
Justice. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Prince.
Yeah.
Before we go into the main topics for today, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
The discontinuation of the trial going on in the banking clinic.
Size.
What do you make of that?
So that's something very interesting. For me, I respect the intelligence of the Attorney General. And at all times, it is a duty of the Attorney General to prosecute people on behalf of the state. In the course of doing that, you want to exercise common sense, looking at how much am I spending in prosecuting them, and how much am I going to get from it. It does not mean that people should not face the law. That's what it means. But you have a pool of cases that you are dealing with. So there are times you have to discontinue cases if upon reviewing it, you think that the merit is not that strong. Now with the discontinuation of the case, for me, some of them, I would say that the Attorney General knows what he's doing best. And then he will be judged for whatever he's doing. That's why for me, when people are talking about, don't come and do media trial, don't come and talk about people in the media, then I ask myself, if there's anybody that thing he's doing, that Attorney General is doing, honorable Dominic Ayine is doing, will hurt, is he himself as a minister? Because if you come and assure the people that I've gathered enough evidence to do this, I'm discontinuing this case, and this one I'm discontinuing, 4 years will wait for us. Ghanaians are going to judge the basis of that. But if you come and tell me that, National Service, I've gathered this evidence, I'm going to prosecute this person, National Signals Bureau Board, this is what I've gathered, it's concrete enough, I'm going to get this amount of money. That's you coming out to assure the people of Ghana that this is what I'm coming to do. So clearly, it's even going to put him on his toes to do the work. And for me to, at some point, you see, the attorney can exercise that discretionary power to discontinue cases, which must be respected. But then they were also reasonable human beings to discuss issues based on our subjective views. But for me, I believe that he knows what he's doing best. I trust in his intelligence that whatever thing he does is for the betterment of Ghana.
You see, let's look at the precedents it could set. Yes, with all the intelligence he has, or we respect him and all that. But you see, we are in a country where we are fighting hugely against corruption.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to issues with corruption, and especially in the political space, it has this national attention.
Yeah.
Corruption was one of the things that the NDC campaigned heavily on to come to power.
Yeah.
With an assurance that when they come to power, they are going to recover all loot and prosecute whoever is involved in some of these corruptions. This particular case, the state lost about 5.7 billion.
Yeah.
That's no joke of a money.
Yeah.
That is no joke of a money. And so, for you to just come, and this is, we can't dispute the fact that the persons on trial here are your party folks.
Yeah, it's true.
You get me?
Yeah.
So common sense will also tell you that you are doing party politics with what should be a patriotic exercise.
Okay.
Let the courts decide. That is why we have the courts. That is why the case is on trial. But if you come in and every single case that your party folks are involved in, you discontinue it, don't you think this is going to set a precedent where another party comes to power, Their people are on trial, and then they just say, oh, for whatsoever reason, we are discontinuing the case. How do we move forward from here?
So I do not subscribe to the opinion that, or the assertion that, when it comes to party folks, maybe he wants to be lenient. Even not for anything, but for the first time, this same Attorney General wrote publicly that Yoko should investigate our national vice chairman, Abanga, and youth organizer, organizer of the party, Joseph Yamin. So if the same Attorney General, if he really wants to do parties bidding, I don't think he would have wanted to disgrace, because what he did, to some extent, one would say that, that's a disgrace to the party. But he did that in the interest of the country. More to that, when it comes to discontinuing cases with party, members, after forcing, once he acquitted, the reason why the case was in the court again was because Godfrey Dame had to appeal the case. He was acquitted on July 30, 2024. The case has no merit. Then Godfrey Dame said, no, I want to go to court again. Then he went to court. This attorney that comes, review the document, and no, I don't think there's enough basis to continue this case. It does not mean that I'm favoring party folks. The question is that, was Arthur Forson acquitted or not? So even you say Arthur Forson's case, looking at the fact that it was discontinued, but most Ghanaians were able to relate because Arthur Forson was acquitted by a court, even before he came to power. Exactly. The case went to court again simply because Godfrey Dame, attorney general at the time, had to appeal that decision. So I'm saying that most of the cases didn't have enough merit. That's not to say that, when it comes to the Fox case, maybe it has no merit or it has merit. What I'm saying is that the impression cannot be created that the Attorney General wants to favor party members. If that should be the case, he wouldn't have written to Yoko to investigate our national vice chairman. Vice chairman of the party.
That being stated, you do realize that the Attorney General's office admitted to the fact that this case actually did have a merit for prosecution. But then you say you've gone into a gentleman's agreement for them to pay 60%. And then the 40%, who pays?
So I think it's a very interesting point to make, which I do agree with you, because it's 100%. You cannot do 60%, 40%. Exactly. Or he should come and sorry, I watched an interview yesterday where he mentioned that Monday he'll be briefing the press, which I want to believe he will capture that. Why is 60% not 100%? Because we've lost money. If we want to take the money, we leave the person free. We should take the 100%, not 60%. So if there's any reasonable reason why, or reasonable basis why we are taking 60% and leaving the 40%, you should come and explain to the people of Ghana why we are taking the 60%. Which I do agree with that position. That come and tell us why we're taking the 60% and not 100%. Because there are so many cases that, as I mentioned, they're going to even do plea bargaining, where you think that those cases have merit, but I think that I feel that there's no need going to court for months and years. So if these people have agreed to make some payments, the state is ever ready to receive them. And we move on. I'm saying that if the same thing is applied here, we should be getting someone 100%.
Sure.
But if there's any reasonable basis why we are not getting the 100%, he should please come and explain to us, because he's prosecuting them on behalf of the state. And that's why I believe on Monday he will do justice to that.
That's fair. And with the same issue, we saw most of the banks and their licenses being revoked. So do you think, in the space where some have agreed to pay back these monies, do you think it is in the right cause to reinstate them, invoke their licenses again for them and all that?
For me, I think it depends. It's not just about paying back the money, right? It's also about assessing them to see whether they have what it takes to run as a bank, right? So it's not just about you be able to pay back. When it comes to banking, and now about me was kind of to back into just like that. That's why you cannot even come and say that, I have money. Because I have money, I can run a bank. It doesn't happen like that. Bank will have to assess you, knowing what you want to invest in as a bank, and how whatever policies you are bringing will help safeguard your customers. Because the interest of the state is to make sure that Ghanaians investment will not go waste. Right? So paying back the money, and then maybe if they have reasonable plans ahead, which will warrant that Bank of Ghana, give them back their licenses, I think is something that maybe will be considered.
Okay, that's fair. Kubura. Yesterday.
Yeah, I thought.
Ato is forcing.
He's really forcing.
He's really forcing. Yes. Good. What is he forcing? What is Ato really forcing that we haven't seen before? You people should tell us.
Oh, Ato has really forced. Yes, since we came to power, he has fulfilled all his promises, especially stabilizing the dollar. He has done it. Yes, the CD against the dollar. He has done very well. Okay. I think when we came into power, they were like, we haven't paid nurses and other government workers, and so that is the reason why the dollar is stable. But as of now, they've paid everyone and still it is stable. So I think he's really doing well. He has done a very marvelous job. He should continue doing it like that for us. Yes.
Okay. But you know, this dollar thing, have you heard the business people crying that the dollar rate now is above them? When they go to the banks, they don't get some of the dollar to even buy. They still have to go back to even the banks themselves, direct them to the black market. And when you go to the black market, the rate is not the same as the banks. Have you heard this?
I've heard those concerns, but the truth of the matter is that the suggestion or the assertion that there's a shortage of forex is not true. Okay. Now I've listened to the Bank of Ghana governor, I've listened to the finance minister and members of the finance committee saying that there are new requirements. When it comes to assessing forex at the bank, it's different. You can't just go and say that me pay dollar. Most people still don't know that. As a trader, if you want to import goods, right, you go to the bank, then the bank will make those transactions. You don't go and take the dollars from them. Some go and want to take the dollars. What the guarantee that you are going to use it to actually import? So there are so many regulations that we have put in place to ensure that people just don't go and take dollars from the bank for any other thing. And it's part of why I believe that people are having it difficult. Okay. So there's no shortage, right? For the banks directing whether they should go to black market, it's not something that I will encourage. Okay. Because that's if you should chart that part, we are going to weaken our currency further. Okay. So we shouldn't do that. But there's enough for us in the country. And I believe that maybe they need to be educated more on the new regulation in assessing those forex from the banks. Okay. And I believe it will be good to go. Those also holding the dollars. If you are holding it, please, you should know that if you are caught, you will face the full wrath of the law.
Okay. Now, let's go into the budget itself. After it's forcing. You people, but I won't say that. I know you go and bring a whole lot of issues out of this, so I won't even say it. I was about to say that people are saying you people are riding on the goodwill of the NPP. What they left in the coffers is what you people are enjoying. So, but I know what you say about it already. So I won't even say it again. But yes, yesterday media budget review. Budget was read, and budget was read. Whatever.
All right. So. Hey, I didn't greet my people. Let me greet
you haven't greeted
Lawyer Beaches Anna. Oh yes, fantastic woman. And also Dr. Sami Aye, Julius Kwame Antonio, also Harrison Kojaba. Julius Kwame Antonio had a first class in law from the University of Ghana. Tomorrow I'll be attending his graduation at the Great Hall. So if you want to come, please you can come. Okay. And also to all party, national executive, regional, and also to our president and the vice president. The vice, this is not the populist vice president that will come and be making comments, launching out that already exists. Somebody with the wallet on app, they come and tell you, please invite me to the program. Let me come and see I'm the one launching it, please. This is not the kind of vice president that we have as we speak. Vice president that's getting the work done, right? On Kasao, vice president of Papa. We name Mahmoud Bawumia. At least if you go on Google, you will not see anything like a liar over there. No. Is a competent vice president getting the work done. But the media budget was nothing new, but a fulfillment of a statutory obligation. Pursuant to Section 28 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016 at 921, which mandates the finance minister to update the good people of Ghana through Parliament on the implementation of the national budget, in this case, the 2025 budget, and also provide an outlook for the rest of the fiscal year. So it wasn't something that I would say was new. And as you said, Ato is forcing. And Ato will continue to force. And everybody that thinks Ato is not forcing, we cannot force you to believe that Ato is forcing.
Okay.
So your opinions, you can keep it. But Ghanaians can attest to the fact that Ato is forcing.
Okay.
So that is come under no contestation.
Okay.
But it is also extremely important to remind Ghanaians that we once had a finance minister who, for whatever reason, likened budget reading to naming ceremony. Said that we had named like Asempa budget. Meanwhile, when that budget was read, Yanti Asempa Bia, we have Andaswa budget. Meanwhile, that budget was hopeless. We had Ajinkwa budget. Meanwhile, that budget Amaji Mkwa. We had Ajinkwa budget. Meanwhile, Mayashi Andaswa budget. We didn't have anything. We had Nkabon budget. Puntu budget. Meanwhile, that Adumapa budget. Adumapa budget rather rendered most Ghanaian youth jobless. We had Nkoswa budget. So Ato is saying that substance over form. Yeah. This is not about naming. No. I will not come and stand here and saying that we have turned the corner. Okay. No. We are not doing that.
Okay.
Ato is saying a substance over form in the sense that I'm coming to give accurate figures that reflect our current social and economic standards as a country. Okay. Look, PwC. Just put out a data, I don't know if you've seen it, that 95% of Ghanaians believe that the country's macroeconomic performance actually has met their expectation for the first half of 2025. Okay, I'm not trying to discredit Mr. Danko's work. Okay. This is an international firm, reputable one, of course. Okay. Puts out this figure that 95% of Ghanaians believe that we are performing very well. Look at the exchange rate. I must start rightly said. Coming into office. Not long ago, 2024 October, if you read the World Bank October 2024 Africa Post report, you realize that our city, among other three currencies, were judged as the worst performing currencies in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa. True. Because our city lost its value by 24% as we speak. In April, you read from Bloomberg saying that our city is the best performing currency in the whole world. Ato is forcing. Our city, as we speak, as at end of June 2025, has appreciated by 42.6%. What will be that? From worst performing currency to best performing currency. This is what we are talking about as a country. Right now, the dollar is around 10, 11 and all that. Currently telling you that Ato is forcing. Look at where we picked the inflation from. We began this year from 23.8% inflation. As we speak, inflation has dropped significantly to 13.7%. Clearly telling you that Ato is forcing. So this is not just a mere hashtag or slogan that, Ato is forcing. The data they speak to the fact that he's forcing. When it's come to our public debt, as at end of December 2024, will be around 726.7 billion Ghana cedis as our public debt. But today, our public debt has reduced to 613.7 billion Ghana cedis. As we speak right now, we are reducing by around 113 billion Ghana cedis, meaning that Ato is forcing. So if you are able to reduce our public debt in that huge quantity amount, it means something good is happening. Now the argument will be made that and I say say dollar number for no, that will common sense. Public debt are reported in local currency. So because you are going to pay, you are going to use your currency to pay in dollars, which then suggests that you need more cedis. Now common sense will demand that if I want to now use less cedis, I should make sure that I cause my cedis to appreciate. So why do you then say we shouldn't applaud him for doing that? This is just common sense, applying wisdom. So Ato is forcing. Please.
You see, you just mentioned that the previous government had a Jumapa and then slogans for their budget reading. But you people have one of the most historic slogans I've ever. Ato is forcing.
Yes.
I mean Ato is forcing. Ghanaians have said Ato is forcing. Even MPP members. Yesterday on their way to Parliament, I'm sure in the car, I want to believe by the Holy Spirit, maybe, that they will say Ato is forcing. Everybody is saying Ato is forcing. Now, to that particular erroneous impression constantly being put up by MPP that we're not spending, you saw the finance minister factually refuting that claim that we are actually spending. Senior, I'm not an economics student, but from the little reading that we do, economics is just the underpinning concept of economics is based on choice. Okay. Considering the fact that we have limited, or human beings have unlimited ones, right? Yeah. But then we have what? Supply, scarce, in terms of supply resources, right? Or supply scarce resources. So you have unlimited ones in relation to, limited resources. So what you do is that how do I maximize the limited resources to satisfy my unlimited wants. That's what economics is all about. Only live within your means. That's idea mind. And yeah, spending is not about wasting money. So when it comes to governance, in light of good governance, prudent spending is the fact that you are allocating money wisely on pressing issues that will be of benefit to a greater good, rather than just throwing money away. So when it comes to spending, it's not just about money leaving your coffers, but money leaving your coffers for the right reasons at the right time, based on the prevailing circumstances you find yourself in. So if you have money, you know that okay, for the next 1 month, I can only afford 1 or 2, 3 things. You don't go and afford a Lamborghini and be working. You can't pay your rent, you can't pay your light bill. Although you have spent, but what is it on wise spending? So when I hear the people say you are not spending, it's because the understanding of wise spending is that they can waste our money up to somewhere under $7 million on National Cathedral. So although you are wasting our money, but what you were doing is reckless, needless, and unwise spending that you were doing. But I told you saying that no, we are investing at the right places. You heard him mention that yesterday. We are investing at the right places. So please, spending is not about wasting money. Spending is about allocating resources wisely, applying wisdom to whatever resources that you have at your disposal. So when it comes to the NDC, you are not going to say Skytrain $2 million. Now train 9 from what am I? Train 9 from what they buy now. I'm going to train accident. One will train that be. So if you go and waste our money $2 million on National Cathedral and come and tell me that you are not spending, then I wonder if you understand the meaning of spending. Spending is not about wasting money. Spending is about using your limited resources wisely. Now, even to the substantive argument that we are not spending, you heard me mention about $700 million payment to Eurobond markets, Eurobond payment that we have made, 10 billion, Ghana cedis paid for domestic bond holders. We paid 5 billion Ghana cedis in arrears, 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to, this is Assembly Common Fund. We paid, I laughing, 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to Get Fund, 1 billion Ghana cedis to Free Senior High School. We paid 2.7 billion Ghana cedis to National Health Insurance. We paid 1.4 billion Ghana cedis for National Health Insurance claims. And you are telling me I'm not spending. I'm mentioning billions of cedis here. So please, MPP, right, as Honorable Eric Magwana posted, they are so accustomed to reckless spending that if you are spending what they think you are not spending. It's a fraud by Onyasika. Or tell Lamborghini. Now I visit a Range Rover a crap. It's only say any spending no 1 year time. The client and confirm. After that, go broke. What do you say? So I said no. After he's saying that, we need to make sure that today we are still recovering. That's why he said that we are not out of the woods yet. We are still recovering. So as we speak now, there are some expenditures we cannot undertake because of the situation we find ourselves in. But from next year, that's why he has mentioned roads that we are going to construct. So it's spending is about
to come to that.
Spending is about understanding the situation you find yourself in and what you have at the moment and what you should use it on. So when Ghanaians were suffering, the MPP understanding of spending was to use our money of $97 million on National Cathedral. The understanding was that they want to use our money, $11.9 million on Palugu Dam. That if you go, they can only see gravels. So wasting your money means that it does not mean you are spending. In the context of good governance, you see the Almighty cash on sa. First, can you add papa? You see Ghana for problem to also. It's transfer on Ketuabi. It is a kind of mawa. And far and Korean no me here. Apps about me launch 3 million. A year COVID-19 tracker app. And ya duma that you trust ya bokagu. If the understanding of the MPP, the understanding of spending according to the MPP is wasting public funds, then we will never spend. If the understanding of spending is wasting public funds, right? Then we are not going to spend on launching applications that have no use. Please do understand what I'm saying. So we are concerned about making sure that we put the resources of Ghanaians to appropriate use. So it will not to the benefit of Ghanaians. Let me mention one or two things that will help you understand why we say Ato is forcing. Because don't worry. Look, we are talking about 252 million Ghana cedis for vaccines that are essential medicines has been paid. These are essential medicines that we need as a country. So if we need those things, we won't go and be paying unnecessary monies. We have cleared areas for capitation grants. Nursing training allowance that MPP told us in this country that Mahama Bobecham wanted Napo Soka. Napo, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. Now you must see a fake you about wanting to post it. Anyway, let's continue. He's saying that we will cancel it. I just mentioned free senior high school too. Yeah. That we made we made payments, 1 billion Ghana cedis. Yeah. Meanwhile, the understanding of MPP and their professors were that review means cancellation. Have we cancelled free senior high school? I'm asking you, do nursing training allowance, have it been paid or not? Meanwhile, under MPP, it was just a slogan. They didn't pay because at least somebody was on record touching my crop on nursing training college. Baomia went there. And the girl told her that, look, I'm in my final year, I've never received alawa. Is it true or not? Am I lying? The girl said that. So me and the MPP, we have restored nursing training allowance. They were not paying it. After the girl disgraced and embarrassed our own vice president at the time, then he instructed the finance minister to make strong disbursement. But today as we speak, when it comes to no fee stress, having the students jubilating that sikana ba papa no kaso be wa yampa. Yes, no ntimi nye amount for say and throw ntimi nye. Mahama say or can't be here. So when we say Ato is forcing, it's not for somebody to come and sit here and be sharing praises of no reasonable basis, but on the grounds that we have made reasonable allocations, considering the fact that as we speak now, we are still recovering. So there are some things that we don't have to spend on. That's why we are trying to cancel about 3 billion Ghana cedis dollars payments of contractors. For there are some contractors we believe that the contract were not awarded based on reasonable grounds. They didn't even go through proper procurement procedures. Okay. They didn't even meet PPA requirements. So the country cannot spend our money on that. So it can't spend them pacho. And let's say security ubotoma, it's always spend it. In the context of governance, it's say security if you ubotom no. Ekoya DB boa a man for no more setena. Amana tumpon. And I can't spend it. The MPP for the almost spending now no more can was and say on meeting ministers, Akufo Addo ministers, 125, right? Of our ministers 125 now. Now you more be a V8. And I just almost spend it. Then I say yes I don't know. Because yes I am boy. Who say Ajapadem? Or who say it can be millions of dollars. Then I say that be he needs to can. Never say our national apprenticeship program I riba. Every Ghana farmer teach or manyas and Juma. When they won't say spend it on. If you can't spend it, now you yourself on the contest or be as the Kaketwana one or the yard papa, every boy. It will also be our girlfriend. Or this cancel, not be yard man to teach again. But also 1 year. Or better car, need Diam again. Next 3 years, time also will go broke. But I couldn't want to okay away. But I am found by me who say, or Basso Yede, or Basso Cosuya Jumana, or Basso calling masters, and I'm investing here. So at the end of the day, no betting manual life, should we come and depend on me again? Okay. So the difference between MPP and NDC is very simple. That one is fiscally disciplined, one was spending recklessly, and the one spending recklessly is MPP. And that is why Ghanaians booted them out. No, we say they were borrowing recklessly from the Eurobond market, printing of currencies from the central bank. Emma, a cost inflation money could do 54.1%. A being seen that in the history of Ghana in about almost 20 years. By NDC, Abayamba, I'm a Ghana for now. 13.7%. Wow. In fact, you see, let me put this so that you won't only say out of force. We pay budget now. Somebody say he didn't just mention. Of course, inflation is not related to price. Sure. So normally people still mistaken, but for the purpose of this conversation, let's look at it from deflation. That's reduction in nominal prices of goods. Now, when it comes to the deflation, you saw him mentioning about price of certain goods that have reduced. Yeah. So the Ghanaians will understand that and then brought from a main matter make a normal cost for Ghana for no one abrabumu. In the force and can say we share a more back a price of concrete, one sack which is used to be sold for 1,200 cedis in January. It's now 952 Ghana cedis. Or bois or market could be sustained. 1,600 Ghana cedis and I ton a blue bag and about 1,450. We share iron rods, right? Which used to be sold at 9,400 in January, are now being sold at 7,500. Ghanaians are making savings from Ato is forcing and President Mahama are buying resetting agenda. Now, when it comes to 25 kg of Royal Aroma rice, this is we are mentioning brand. We will not just make it generic. That rice, no Royal Aroma. Come market culture saying yes, Royal Aroma of 650 Ghana cedis in January. Now it's being sold for 585 Ghana cedis. Aban Papa Ato is forcing. Pound fruit, Olonka, which used to be sold for 40 Ghana cedis, is now 25 Ghana cedis. Oh, we call it paper and sanitary pad. Remember, no,
sanitary pad. What's in one token?
I almost say
ABC 18 cedis.
18 cedis. Oh, I thank God it's 18 cedis because the price of the sanitary pad, which was 25 Ghana cedis, in January it's now 15. So it's 18.
In January, I'm coming. 25.
But 18 cedis. 18 cedis. That means yeah, boy, everybody. At least at the 25. Ni 18 you know, which one will you use? You will use 18. And we are just mentioning a brand. So it could be that what you are citing as 18 Ghana could be some other sanitary pad, which I don't know of. But we are citing just sanitary pad. Cooking oil. Oma mo tonga deni with Gun Market. Oma mo Bush Canteen, University of Ghana. They can attest to this. That when they used to buy oil, at some point under MPP, this oil went to somewhere 1,000 cedis, 1,200 cedis under MPP.
Yeah, I remember.
That's true. 25 liters of cooking oil that used to be sold for 980 Ghana cedis. It's now 640. Per day. And until today, have you seen any MPP communicator on TV? No, because you cannot come and criticize this by review. Ghanaians know very well that the country is heading towards a right direction, and that's what we need as a country. So please, Ghanaians will be rest assured. The inflation we are even targeted a single digit at the end of this year. I just listened to the finance minister this morning. We are targeting a single digit, and he can do it because inflation from 23.8 to 13.7. If you have to extrapolate based on current trend analysis, we can do the single digit, and that's what we all need. That Aban Papa and Aban and they say Ghana for in Aban Hobby Tommy. You are not saying that no money or Ghana you know in a neighbor's what Derby, by a cassette Derby, no money but one neighbor's work from. And a Ghana for someone why no wanted to. And until we are mentioning specific brands, it's a Royal Aroma. Say rice brand we want to say more than Monte so don't have for Monte Swa. Oh, they mean advertisement, but oh wow, please. The budget is not there. A DB and that's all. That be paid. That be. And I told her say, I'm not the police officer to arrest the city. You will not come and make so these claims. I will arrest the city and give the key to IGP. No. But you know also on PKBA. What we need is that the city will be stable. Ghanaian traders are now saying that no. Now I have traders on me. As a go for mobile, we complain about this dollar. I want to see, but we know they won't complain about this. In Jamaica, say every system beyond. We have people like that who want to use their appreciation to do illegal deals. Because I watch, I think the Pure FM commercial sports, and now I say some hotels are now paying their price in cities. So what they did was that $1 was around 16 Ghana cedis. They charge in dollars, but what they now do is that they now convert the 16 cedis to dollars to 6 cedis and charge its equivalent in dollars. And I was like, how can you do that? So clearly there are some businesses in Ghana who doesn't want us to feel the appreciation of our currency, which I can admit to that. And I believe government in the course of time will be able to address that. But the truth of the matter, as it's on the grounds today, is that Ghana force Ato is force on Pekasao. And everybody tells you and now we quote the Bible. You see, I'm a spiritual person, but instead of quoting scripture, we have turned the corner. One over 1.9 million Ghanaian youth were unemployed. No, it's not about that. Why increase our inflation 54.1%? When Oma amount for more, Oma save or Maui, pensioners, over quoting scripture, we are now I'm being more because of almost me to Mundu. Ato is saying that I will not quote scripture, but I will make sure that I will pay 10 billion Ghana cedis to this domestic bondholders so that Oma person will Mundu. Or make my tenacity because I'm going to say, and yes, scripture and Kwana, you better. A cast scripture, no, we are. I was saying the power to do yard mana. I dare was saying, your family. And that's what Ato Force is doing. That's it.
Hey! Bonso Gusu, and a free PR of my NDC. What they are more Kanguya, some say. That'll be, yeah,
by but say, I am young Ken,
Yadamase. Kubura, anything you would want to add to?
Okay, so I'm going
but before you go on to that, as a lady, there's a huge conversation going on social media about the price of sanitary pad. Yes. Do you think that the finance minister was truthful to when he said it is now sold between 14 cedis and 15 cedis?
Yes, it's very true. I'm a lady and I can attest to the fact that whatever
you're a lady, but you're an NDC lady.
Yes. And what he's saying is the truth. I used to buy sanitary pad at 25 cedis. which is Yaz.
Hey.
Yes, but sure? Now, yes, I'm very sure. But now it's 18 cities, which means it has reduced very, very.
Now it's 18 cities.
Yes.
So it's not 14.
It's 18 cities, and it depends on where you buy it. Okay. So if you go somewhere,
you do buy
so if you go somewhere and it's 18 cities, you shouldn't buy from those people. You should go to another place so that they can also reduce their prices. Somewhere it's 14, somewhere it's 15, and others 18. No. So if you go to this place and it's 18, you can go to another place. By so doing, others will also reduce theirs. Yes, they can reduce it.
All right, thank you. Okay. Now you can go on with what you.
Okay, I wanted to list the spending at the right places and the right investments.
Wow.
Okay, so an
so
amount
you people are saying the NPP all their spendings were at the wrong places.
Yes, their spendings were all of their spendings were at the wrong places.
If we had gotten this national cathedral thing, and Kanyankopon and Ghana how? Was it a wrong spending?
And where is it? It's a wrong spending. They didn't do the right thing. The money they took for what they wanted to do, they didn't do it. The money just went wasted. We didn't know where the money passed. So an amount of US dollars 700 million as Eurobond payment has been paid, and an amount of 10 billion Ghana cedis to domestic bond holders has been paid. An amount of 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to the district assemblies common fund has been paid.
2.9 billion.
Yes, 2.9 billion to the district assemblies. Yes. Ato is really forcing. And an amount of 5 billion Ghana cedis has been paid, arrears, which is the arrears. An amount of 2.9 billion to the Ghana Education Fund has been paid. And an amount of 1 billion to the Free Secondary Education Program has been paid, which tells us all that Ato is really forcing. He has really done a marvelous work, and he deserves an applaud. Yes. He deserves an applaud.
Hey! Do you know why they boycotted it sitting here studying? Because look, then I'll be comfortable about no, we can.
I said no more.
The agenda what I say? Position here the koi. How comes why fit? Now, what did you mean? I shall white. None of that all bad delegate conference. When your bouncers are protecting. Now, bouncers put. I haven't seen the guys that she moves with. Why fit come up? Moses about it. Almost why fit a crap with us here. I said, you know, but it's unfortunate that some of these things happen.
Honestly,
very unfortunate because I saw the video where he fell down and somebody that was trying to, I don't know, stamping him. Yeah. I'm like, hey, I don't know.
Very, very bad.
But I also recall very well that our executive, because of how Kumsi died. One day, I thought I said, one day I was going to go that's signed into account. But we don't want to say, my hammer born in one day. But who got? So clearly, mental sanitary powder, and I mean UCB. By that no means, send me into plane that, but you in passion air. Price. Oh, I don't take plane to Kumasi.
Yes.
But at least you can also know the price of passion air first, or passion air first to Kumasi. So the fact I don't buy does not mean that. And you, if you stay at East Legon, you should know that this bottle of water at East Legon is the same as Medina. So yes, you can argue based on. Oh yes.
Hey Prince.
When I went to the stadium.
Medina for
no, it's not like you're insulting them. It's normal in every country. When you go to the stadium, for instance, when I went to the stadium, the price of bottle water sold to me was different from when I came outside that stadium. Right? So it's normal. The price disparity is, I mean, it's acceptable. But what I'm saying is that 25 Ghana, whether it's 18 or 17, the question is that have you made savings or not? You have made savings. Ato is forced. Mahama Yadi. NT fan is better than say, 25. NT at least. Who cost rubber from Krabana Yadi? And tell who a man for MPP more, the only person or MPP more. Which my Fakasa or objective or which I criticize the government be out forever listen to. I want to particular one. When you hear him speak, he will tell you that it's too early to criticize the government because every smart politician will not do that. One, beyond having the goodwill, we are doing war. It's not about goodwill. We are doing war. And you want to find problem with everything. Problem with everything. They say Mahama Kochanko like I say Chancro. They say Mahama is too humble. That be a press conference. Right now they say Atokra.
He's too forcing.
He's too forcing. Sharaf organize about that he used to organize under MPP. Hey, press conference is too much. Sharaf is too sharafing. Why? So everything want to complain. So please, they should give us break. Yeah, we are
a farmer more.
Pow, I pick my pound.
I say, see now pick it. Whilst some people were singing a pick it, we are implementing a song. We are implementing a pick it. See the not stable, stable. I got the forecast say a pick it. Yeah, because I'm that
remix na prince who.
But man, as a Ghanaian,
I can
tell. I have a finance minister. I can't disclose something, but the first time I met at the force in some meeting, I realized that the man is smart. I actually don't praise people outside. If I don't know you, I don't do that kind of politics. But the first time meeting him, I never expected that kind of wisdom coming from him. Although I know he's smart, but the plan that he has for this country, opposition in there. Yeah, I'm better.
Plans in the Nipa Webreu. Hey, no one take over the plans.
I go over the plans, man.
About power.
Katida. Was me.
That was the only thing you
then I can't
think over. See, if that man had been able to implement all that he said in opposition, let's be honest. The one district, one factory, the $1 million for every constituency, and man, come on.
No, but everybody knew that when you're dealing with liars. No, this one they have been certified liars. You know, Baba made a certified liar. Master's degree in lies. Of course, I'll get to this later. But what I'm saying is that postgraduate studies, master's degree in lies. So if you are dealing with such people, even though they have good plans for you, rich ideas, as you so put it, although those rich ideas we couldn't feel the impact of these rich ideas. But the rich ideas, no, there's a difference between President Mahama, who will talking economics, and implemented it. In fact, President Mahama will talk less. There's a candidate who contested UGS election on EE campus that lost. His slogan was more action, less talk. More anti category. More action, less talk.
Wow.
More action, less talk. You rarely hear Mahama talk about. You see what he said about, actually we are awarding contracts in CDC, regardless of funding source. We but kind of let's say I don't know kind of movie. And when economics can say and so come out people say, hey, man of ideas man. All launching app GPS as I say app. Obey that. Now copy and paste. We say my yard the boy and some. Hey, I can the MPP will tell us that even selling on TikTok, what they buy digitalization. So this time how many could you? You get what you can almost imagine. You just was telling me that you see, although we are still trying to recover, but what's one small journal, like President Akufo and catch the crew and say, "Oh, sorry." Don't be on Tiano. We see President Mahama asking the chief to stand up. When the daughter you turn national anthem and no how you call. No. One penny must have them because you saw him on the stadium, Casper Stadium. National anthem name Kono and Antico. Mama na aware. The ADC prompted him. He stood. That's the kind of president you're talking about. President, Papa. African. And yeah, Asao. And yeah, Asao. Say dancing competition. Afronita. But me dance more than his policies. So I couldn't know about dance.
Prince,
thank you.
Hey. And that dear. No, I think the National Democratic Congress Party needs to come and pay for this free PR I've given my platform to for them to, because we dear. Me she be that.
Yes.
Master that kamutia bo na moye. Hey. But anyways, moving on to the last topic for the day, we are looking at the National Cathedral audit by audit report from Deloitte. But this whole National Cathedral thing, I mean, looking at where it emanated from, it emanated as a promise from a man who wanted to become a president.
Please mention his name. Very important.
Our former president, yes. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
I said, "Funny William, so for come."
And he promised God that if God should grant him the grace and favor to become a president of this country, he's going to build a national cathedral for God. He made us understand that this cathedral is a personal project, it's a personal promise. So the fundings weren't going to come from the state coffers. fast forward, revelations come out that, and he even gave a budget of about $100 million to, I mean, construct that particular project. Fast forward, we hear so many things about this cathedral. We had to sack our Supreme Court judges and other judges from their bungalows, demolish their apartments, and use that site for the cathedral erection. And you better say sika no see if your mind ho no na sika ni be if your mind ho. There were so many invariable communications you can see through transactions that happen in the course of this particular project. There were monies even paid before contract agreements were signed. There were monies that had conflicting reports. We say Mituya say, we say Utuya mi say. So Prince says that he paid 100,000 to me. I am saying that I received 80,000 from Prince. All on one particular transaction that happened. And so Anna Cathedral no yes 100 million the DBC. They are spending 58 million already. Yeah, in far block bakukra NC. Yes. But more than half have been spent. And then we also realized that this monies actually came from the state and also. So 2 weeks ago, there was a report circulating by the NPP that this is the reports from the cathedral expenditure, and it validates them and whatever accusations that was labeled against them, say Omas Disika, Omas Iska, this and that. Then fast forward, Deloitte comes out with the official report. So there's conflicting reports, and I mean we all would have to take Deloitte's report because I know na President Nankasa is sure must say among conduct whatever any other reports, we can't speak to that fact, but we are speaking to Deloitte, and we all believe Deloitte to be an independent, credible institution. So yeah, sure, more reports now, but the buyer now. Prince, I'll take you first on this one. What do you?
Hey, Kachida, I don't think I think I say, and so I won't talk much. Because when it comes to spiritual pastors things, I talk less. But on the beyond the point of whether Deloitte is independent or not, even the point has to be made that it's the president who occasioned the audit report. So it wasn't that do some independent, but the other, contracted Deloitte to do that audit report. No, or to audit the National Cathedral project. It was the president Akufo-Addo who said Deloitte you see, when you're talking about $97 million, the new revelation has come. That's not inclusive of the bungalows that we demolished. The worth of it. You see, it's very unfortunate that about 9 appeal court justices were actually bungalow had their bungalow demolished. Yeah. We had Malian ambassador to Ghana. His resident was actually demolished as well. Then you have National Scholarship Secretariat. Their building was also demolished. Other private properties. So can I tell you that? Look, even when you are really looking at the property that were destroyed, you have to compensate them. Yeah. We are going to look. We are looking at around over $100 million on digging a hole. Commissioned, although but this country is a very serious country. They give a timeline they're going to use to commission the National Cathedral project. But it's fine. But the whole point is that some of us, right from the incipient, we're able to read to the line to know that this is a grand deception by MPP to loot money. Wow. First of all, you tell me that, this is my promise to God. We all promise God things. And it's only best that we fulfill those promises. Okay. Right? In light of, honor. Yeah. And also dignity to his sovereignty and then however we see him to be. Okay. But he cannot make a fast U-turn. They are not going to use state resources. In fact, when James Kobana born for a doctor, filed a suit at the Supreme Court, he had government appointees saying that, there'll be any bicycle. are buying the engaging private for now more donations about now more their projects. You know? That's what they told us. So no one is against National Cathedral. In fact, with the NDC, at some point, there are some members in NDC that were not happy with what Honorable Okoye Black was doing because they felt that look, Ghanaians are so much religious like that. If you try to question anything religious or religion, you may cause some disaffection for the party. But he still said no. We are doing it in the interest of Ghana. We feel that yes, in as much as you want to do something in the name of God, we should not use that as an avenue to loot the country. And we can all attest to the fact that indeed some misappropriation has gone on. Now, you see, one of the people were saying that they've been exonerated and whatever. There's a difference between you saying that okay, you give me invoices of what you purchased. If some of the issues to do with procurement, where some were actually procured, they made some procurement before even signing contracts and all that. But the question is that if I say you bought your headset for 1,000 Ghana cedis, you bring an invoice. The reason why I want to explain why I want to do a forensic audit. Yeah. When you bring an invoice or indeed or receipt that you indeed bought the headset at 1,000 Ghana cedis, okay, we will say that yes, it's true that you bought it. That does not mean that you didn't waste our money. Okay. We will now go beyond the 1,000 and the receipt to actually verify where you bought this from. Is it worth 1,000 Ghana cedis? Because half of receipt anyhow you can get your receipt too. I mean, I've sold things before, so I know how people do their things. So the forensic audit will go deep. Okay. To ascertain whether indeed the headset was sold to you at 1,000 Ghana cedis or you just brought the receipt. Okay. So when Deloitte is conducting their audit, they'll ask, okay, we found this. Okay, you made this, payment. Bring the receipt. Okay, the payment, this too, you have the receipt. The mere fact of providing the receipt does not mean that you didn't waste our money. The forensic audit will go beyond that. If indeed, even bought it from the company, so claim. Okay. If indeed the thing you bought was priced at that amount. So please, I was surprised that people were saying that they've been exonerated, and that some senior journalists in this country that I have some unfettered respect for, in our attempt to whether please some men of God or some leaders in this country. Look, me, I respect men of God so much, and I will not on any disrespect anybody. Right? They all had their role that they played, as far as the National Cathedral is concerned, and I will not sit here and say that they wasted or probably have stolen our money. Some of them, I know who they are. They don't need our money for anything. Sure. But once we are part of it, in the meantime, we will see it as such. Sure. It does not also mean that we should attack their personality. But for me, I believe very simply that once the audit report comes out, we will know the real people who orchestrated some of the fraudulent deals. And they will be brought to book. Okay. And so we are in the NDC, we are not against National Cathedral. Okay. And also with, I've seen I think one minister clarifying this about, the Minister for Government Communication, First Culture for Su. People were saying that we want to convert the pit or hold to something museum and all that. He said it was a proposal made by a private entity. So it wasn't that the government had decided on what to use that particular site for. So that's not the case. But we, the NDC, as far as to the information available to me, are not going to commit public resources to it. Okay. If in any case, if you are to continue that project, we will see private sector investment. The churches will donate to more money. Okay. The more money will not pass somewhere. We will make sure the more money will go through the right places. We have churches in Ghana that are so poor. Churches like Pentecost will tell their district pastors, in the villages, all of them, one fast handed, will be contributing. National Cathedral. It's not wrong. We are doing it for God. But to use that money, now move to Yamuhoka, but could be a PR, but could be a secretary, and Tianeka. Yeah, apartment man. Hey, I saw them bonny, and I would this guy. I never know way. So clearly, no one is against building a cathedral for God. In fact, cathedral, I was in support of it as in a cathedral because of what it will bring. It will bring, the economic value of it. So the spiritual aspect of it. But for me, for you to use as an avenue to loot the country's money or misappropriate public funds isn't the best. So, President Akufo-Addo lied to Ghanaians. I wasn't surprised because Bawumia infested him with that lies. He has some credibility at some point. But when Bawumia got so close, I believe maybe he infested with the lies. That's why he told us that he is not going to use our money. That's why Ghanaians are angry. I don't think Ghana would have been angry if a private sector people now that he wasted their money. Okay. No one would have had any problem with them. Though, okay, if Church of Pentecost or Methodist gave you their money and used it anyhow, the church should deal with you. Okay. But in this case, we committed public resources to it.
Okay.
And Ghana would have been okay if you had not come out to tell us that we are not going to use it. That's my problem. Okay. Right from the outset, if you had told us that, okay, I will use it, people will expect their disagreement. It's politics, it's governance. But don't lie to me and on the blind side of Ghanaians, go and commit our resources to it. Okay. That was our problem. Okay. So for me, let's await the forensic audit report. And some people, oh my God, will face the justice of God.
So,
and we will not touch. We will
not touch the anointing.
No, we will touch human beings. After the anointing is from God. Yes. Okay. If those human beings, have been proven to be guilty of any offense committed, and even if those offenses warrant that maybe they should be prosecuted or imprisoned, the fact that maybe engaged in some offense, that don't necessarily mean you have to go to prison. No, that's not what it means. Okay, sure. I'm only saying that we are going to deal with them independent as human beings. Okay. I mean, regardless whether you're a pastor or you are a priest or you are a graduate, and I say, oh yeah, Kevin Taylor. Yeah. What do you say? We are going to deal with you as such.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anything you?
Yes. The National Cathedral issue. Yeah. Yes, my first time passing that place, like I heard it, I've been seeing pictures on TV and others on social media, but I haven't seen it before. So the first time I passed there, someone showed me that this is the place. But I wanted to see inside, what is inside. I wanted to see it, if it's true that this is the money they use for this particular project. So another time, we were going to Parliament for a program. So when we passed there, I stood in the bus. I got up and I watched inside. I was like, wow, so is this what they did? And is this the money they spent? Or it's like MPP, they are full of lies. Everything about them is lies. And even Google tells us that Baumia is a top liar. You can search it now. Yes. So certified. Yes. MPP, they came to steal, kill, and destroy. They came to fulfill a promise in the Bible. You see, there is something in the Bible like that's what they've done to Ghanaians. And they destroyed everything. Our economy, they've spoiled everything. So for the National Cathedral issue there, it's really hurting. It's really hurting, to see this amount of money that they've squandered all the money. We don't know where the money is now. So they have to do research and investigate into details and catch everyone who is involved in this. Yes.
Okay. Thank you there. I think this is where we'll call the curtains of the show. Yeah. But your last words before we go, I'll take Prince first.
My last words with the Cham executives. 10 UG. Hey, the whole Ghana. University of Ghana is the best. You can argue with your phone. We respect all other tertiary institutions, yeah, 10 fraternity and all that. But as far as I'm concerned, 10 UG is the best. So let me commend our president Ali Modik Benedict, our general secretary Sandra Babio Deputy, Wukom Jacob Frimpong, Treasurer Sefako, Deputy Wukom Kimaswe Batu, my deputy communication officer, fantastic Joseph Baleto, solid guy. Our organizer Salifu Yakubu, deputy organizer, Robert Tuga, all the executives. I mean, we've done well. Bengal our general secretary had the likes of, Ghana ambassador to Spain, Ezekiel scenario or scenario. We brought Osman Yarega, all the top people in Ghana, the regional ministers. We brought them to make sure that they speak to Ghanaians. National Service Director General, we brought him to speak to the 10 UG, fraternity members. So for me, I want to commend all my executives for all the effort that they put in to making sure that we make 10 a formidable, fraternity or a strong fraternity on campus. And commend our 10 coordinators, Commander Abu, and also Estella Hoffman. I mean, they are doing incredibly well for 10 UG. And I believe that in due time, they will receive their reward from President Mahama. Yes, because they've done so well. Our national 10 coordinator too. I'm going to be like to, I believe President will appoint him soon. So please, if you are listening to me, 10 coordinator, don't worry. President Mahama will appoint you. We will do everything within our means to make sure you are appointed. So that most of the energy they are buying. Because the money appointment.
Okay, thank you there.
Okay, my first appreciation goes to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, and also all the national executives, and also ATU 10, all the executives. I greet you all. And also the person who gave me the opportunity to be on this show, Honorable Bala. Thank you very much. And also those who helped me in my campaign and my election, everything. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. God bless you all. Thank you. And also to you, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Yes. Thank you very much.
Sure. And we also want to thank you all for sticking through with us throughout the show. And I thank my guests, my beautiful Kubura and my gentle Prince Kuma, for honoring the show this morning, making it worthwhile. Before we leave you to go, I want to encourage you once again, if you are a driver or if you're someone who have a car and your car needs servicing, your car needs some spare parts or engine transmissions, you can call on EA Ability Motors for all your services. They service cars, they deal with engine services, engine transmissions, so many other things, everything that you need worked on for your cars. You can get in touch with EA Ability Motors. EA Ability Motors. They are located at Alajo Polo Park, EA Abilities. You can contact them on 0500-409-001, 0500-409-001, or 0244-853-113, 0244-853-113. EA Ability Motors will get in. You can get in touch with them, and they will sort you out on every issue you have with your car. My name is Parkway Siomare. This is where I sign off on the morning show. Enjoy your weekend. I will be back in the afternoon with the Showbiz Arena. Enjoy your day.